Good morning, it's 4:37. Turning to farm news now, the Congressional Budget Office estimating farm programs will cost more than they previously thought for the next decade, to the tune of $18 billion. Mandatory spending for farm programs has reached $19 billion in the past year, $1 billion more than their original estimate in August. This year, costs are expected to drop down to $11 billion before shooting up over the next 2 years. The Congressional Budget Office also expects U.S. farmers to plant more soybeans and less corn than they did last year. CBO forecast corn acres, 89 million this year, 2% less than last year. Soybeans, 86 million, 3% more than a year ago. And the Budget Office also projecting wheat at 55.5 million this year, down more than 2% from last year. And this year's corn production, 13.5 billion bushels, soybeans at 3.8 billion, both less than last year. There are 4 best of the best in research and marketing meetings that have been set for this week, coming up in Grand Forks and Moorhead, Minot, and Bismarck. The first series of meetings will be held at 8:30 a.m. in the courtyard by Marriott Hotel in Moorhead. That is coming up tomorrow, and then at the Alara Center in Grand Forks on Thursday. Second series will be in Minot at the Holiday Inn on February 12th and the Ramada Inn Bismarck February 13th. All meetings begin at 9 a.m. They have a noon lunch provided at each venue. There's no fee to attend, but advanced registration is required. Make sure they have enough food for you. Go to smallgrains.org, or North Dakota residents can call 701-328-5111. Minnesota residents should call 800-242-6118, extension 3. Again, the meetings will review research findings on issues that impact wheat and soybean production here in eastern North Dakota, northwest and west central Minnesota. Meetings are sponsored by the Minnesota and North Dakota wheat and soybean growers and checkoff organizations in conjunction with the U of M and NDSU Extension. Well, we're not to Technology Tuesday yet, but there's a lot more than grapes that go into that bottle of wine. There is a lot of cool science and technology. Reporter Ian Schwartz shows us all aspects of the winemaking process on display at a wine and grape symposium in Sacramento, California.
These are the people and products behind that glass of wine you tip to your lips.
This is the industry's largest event in the Western Hemisphere.
The Unified Wine and Grape Symposium is the who's who of wine production. Giant vats are hauled onto the convention center floor for the event that looks like a science fair at times.
The bottle, the shape of the bottle, what goes in the bottle, what caps the bottle.
That will be part of the discussion here, but also the drought and how it will impact wine production. Several booths will offer up ways for winemakers to water less. And it's not just wine here. Distillers are getting in on the action too.
Anything from vodkas to grape brandies to, bourbons, if you want to go that far.
More than 14,000 people are expected to attend, setting a new record for the event.
Wine and Grape Symposium draws audiences from all over the world, covering about 30 different nations. It's time now for Technology Tuesday. It's brought to you by Total Ag Industries of Hillsboro. Federal Aviation Administration announced in January that approval has been given to Advanced Aviation Solutions in Washington State as the first company legally allowed to fly drones for crop scouting. But with the slow-moving regulatory process the federal government is currently known for, what does that mean for the use of drones anytime this year?
This is in Utah. They intend to fly fields and be able to provide farmers information about their fields specifically. They're not making big claims. They're saying, well, we're going to say that there's an issue in this part of the field. They're not going to say this is a specific disease on a specific crop or a specific weed infestation, but they're going to say this is change detection from the rest of the field. In addition to that, some of the companies, private companies, are getting permission to fly. Trimble is an example. It's a company that's very heavily involved in agriculture around the world. So they have a commercial exemption and be able to use their aircraft. They'll still need permission from FAA for specific locations and specific objectives, but they have that opportunity. I think we'll see lots more of those because FAA understands and wants to see unmanned aircraft used. They're just, obviously, primary concern is safety.
But the question remains, will the FAA allow for the use of drones in agriculture by the August deadline?
They'll probably get some rules made, but they'll have to go through a hearing process, and so even though they'll be announced, they won't be effective for at least 2 more years.
Oh,
I think they'll meet the deadline of getting the rules out, but they have to have the hearing process.
So it looks like agricultural drones for 2015 might have to wait a while. All right, that's our farm news this morning. Right after the break, we'll come back, check the forecast and the weather here in the Valley.